Dear students, greetings and welcome to the graphics class. Question number 1, isometric projections. Draw the isometric projection of a rectangular prism of side of base 40 mm into 25 mm and height 60 mm, resting upon its base on HP, and the 40 mm long edges are parallel to VP. I repeat. Draw the isometric projection of a rectangular prism of side of base 40 mm into 25 mm and height 60 mm, resting upon its base on HP, and the 40 mm long edges are parallel to VP. The question is related to the isometric projection of a rectangular prism. Here the dimensions are the base edges are 40 mm and 25 mm. The height is 60 mm. So the longest dimension or the largest dimension is 60 mm. Whenever a question is given for isometric projection, first you draw the isometric scale. How to draw the isometric scale? In the introduction, I have mentioned about isometric scale. There, you have to draw an isometric scale with a dimension greater than that of the largest dimension. So here the largest dimension is 60. So you can have a line AB of length more than 60 mm. Line AB of length more than 60 mm. Whatever be the length, that is not at all a problem. Now, from A, we can have an inclination of 15 degree and we can have another line. So this inclination is 15 degree as we have seen in the introduction. From B, you are having an inclination of 45. So definitely this is 15 plus 45, 60. So this should be 120. 120. I'm marking this point as C. Next, we have to draw the simple position. How to draw the simple position? For drawing the simple position, you should have the dimensions taken from the isometric scale. So you can fix A to B, already B is there, A to D as 40 mm, that is the dimension of one of the base edges. So from here we can have a parallel line to BC which will go like this. So D dash, so AD dash corresponds to say 40 mm or let it be 25 mm. Better to have, we can go in the, okay, so this should be 25. A to D is 25. To get an idea. Now, next, let AE be 40 mm. So this is 40 mm. A to E is 40. That is the actual dimension. Corresponding isometric length should be, so you can take a line parallel to BC, so it will go like this, so this is E dash. So AE dash will give you the isometric length. AD dash will give you the isometric length corresponds to AD. AE dash will give you the isometric length corresponds to AE. Next, we are having one more dimension, that is 60 mm. So you can measure 60 here. Somewhere here you will get 60. So let this be F. And if you draw a line parallel to this one, you will get F dash. So that corresponds to the isometric length of 60 mm. Now you got all the dimensions. That is 60 is there. Corresponding to 60 you will get AF dash. Corresponding to AE you will get AE dash. Corresponding to AD you will get AD dash. So AD dash is the isometric length of 25. AE dash is the isometric length of 40. And AF dash is the isometric length of 60. So you got all the dimensions. Now we will try to draw the simple position initially. There are people who are drawing the simple position with actual dimensions. But in order to avoid a confusion, first you draw the isometric scale. From the scale, using those dimensions, you can draw the simple position. And then you can draw the isometric projection also. So that will be better. So first we will try to draw the simple position using this particular isometric scale. In the isometric scale, you know AE dash is the length corresponds to 40 mm. In the question it is given that the edge of 40 mm is parallel to BB. So I have marked 40 mm here, 40 mm isometric length of 40 mm. Now I can take isometric length of 25 mm, that is AD dash. You can take AD dash here. Now I have completed the rectangle. So I can mark this as A comma A1, B B1, C C1, D D1, and I will get the axis here O comma O. Now I am projecting it. I know the height is 60, so I can take AF dash as the height for this particular one. So using that I have drawn the height. Now I have completed the solid. So this is A dash, D dash, A dash. Here it is C dash, B dash. Correspondingly I will get D1 dash, A1 dash and C1 dash, B1 dash, and you will get this as O dash, O1 dash. All the dimensions you have got. Next we have to draw the isometric projection. For drawing the isometric projection, first of all you have to draw a horizontal line. Then, as we have seen in the last class, you can have a line which is inclined at 30 degree to this particular line. So this inclination is 30 degree. Similarly, you can have another line which is inclined at 30 degree. Why we are drawing in this manner? Because we have the solid is kept vertically. So we have to draw the base on the horizontal isometric plane. Last class we have seen what is horizontal isometric plane. Horizontal isometric plane means you are taking these two isometric axes as the boundaries. So you can have a horizontal isometric plane here. Now how to draw this? So I am marking this as say point D1 because D1 is at the bottom edge. This corner I am fixing as D1. You can fix it as D1, A1, B1, C1, whatever it may be. Okay, whatever you like you can fix, but I am marking this as D1. Now D1 to A1, the distance is 25. We have taken the 25 from isometric scale. So the same distance we can have here. So you can measure this isometric length of 25 from here, and D1 to A1 we can mark. So this corresponds to A1. This point corresponds to A1. So A1 D1 is the isometric length corresponds to 25. Now next is A1 to B1. That is also isometric length corresponds to 40. For that you have to draw a parallel line starting from here, parallel to this isometric axis. We can draw only isometric lines. We cannot go for non-isometric lines. So you have to draw a line which is parallel to this isometric axis. So from here 40 mm you can measure and mark it as 40 or mark it as B1. From B1 you can have C1. C1 is again parallel to this isometric axis, that is 25 mm. Definitely that should be 25. So corresponding to this one you are marking. So A, B1 and this is C1. So now you got the bottom base A1, B1 C1 and B1. Now it is simple to draw the other base. How to draw that? You know the height is 60. This corresponds to the isometric length of 60. We have taken from the isometric scale. So measure this length and you can use it from all the points. Say from A1 you take this distance. This distance you have to measure and mark. So this is 60. Isometric length corresponds to 60. Not exactly 60. Isometric length corresponds to 60. From B1 the same distance you are marking. Then from C1 the same distance you are marking. From D1 again the isometric length you are taking. So now you can connect all these points. Say A to B, B to C, C to D and D to E. So this is A, B, C and D. Now you can see that this is a rectangular prism. You can see the exact 3D effect on this particular drawing. Now one more thing is there, how to get the visibility. It is very, very important. All the outer edges are visible. All the outer edges are visible. I am drawing using a red pen. These are the visible part. Like the case of solids, all the outer edges are visible. All the outer edges are visible. Now, what are the other portions visible? You can have, say, this is actually lifted in an upward direction. So definitely this face is near visible to the observer. This is at the bottom portion or it is at the base itself. So you cannot see this particular base. So the visible portion is this top base is visible. If the top base is visible, you can see that A1 it is nearer to the observer, C1 is nearer to the observer, D1 should also be nearer to the observer. So the edges which are nearer to the observer are visible. Okay. Now B1, A1 B1 and B1 C1 are invisible. How to draw the invisible lines? Either you can go for dashed lines or you can keep it as such. These should be drawn as say light lines. B1, A1 B1, B1 C1 can be kept as light lines. There is no need of drawing dashed lines. Now we can show the dimensions. See, when we are showing the dimensions, the rule of isometric projections must be satisfied. That is, we can draw only isometric lines. Isometric lines are parallel to isometric axis. So all the dimensions lines should be parallel to isometric lines. For example, see 60 is the height of CC1. You have to draw like this from DC. You can draw a line which is parallel to the isometric axis. This is an isometric axis. So you are drawing a line parallel to the isometric axis. This is also parallel to the isometric axis. Now the vertical line, that is the dimension line, that should also be parallel to the isometric axis. Now you can simply mark here 60 as the dimension. So this is the isometric dimension. So D1 C1 is 40. So that also you have to mark. See, this is one isometric axis. This is another isometric axis. From here to here it is 40. So this is 40. Now this part you can have the dimensions like this, say 25. For 25, again you are taking the extension lines parallel to the isometric axis. Then you are drawing the dimension line parallel to that and you are marking it as 25. So these are the principles of dimensioning an isometric projection. What are the procedures we have drawn yet? That is, you have started with an isometric scale. Then using the dimensions from the isometric scale, that is AD dash is the isometric length of 25, AE dash is the isometric length of 40, AF dash is the isometric length of 60. Using those dimensions, we have drawn the symbol position. After drawing this symbol position, we have drawn this isometric projection. When we have drawn the isometric projections, we have used the horizontal isometric plane. I have mentioned what is horizontal isometric plane. You are having only two isometric axes which are inclined at 30 degrees. And using that, you have drawn the other parts. Then you have dimensioned it. Now we got a three-dimensional view of the object, which is the isometric projection of the object. Now we can practice this. Thank you.